Oh, Facebook, what is up? Good numbers from Facebook last week. Did you see that?
Yeah. Like 10 times what we usually get.
I know. I was kind of freaking out. But then I remembered that I put us in a category because I guess I had us on other. Who goes to a playlist and picks other?
Or just goes to YouTube and picks other.
Yeah. So I actually put us on the podcast page last week.
Well, after a couple years. Wow.
Yeah. I'm on it, Evan.
We could have been rich by now. Now we're just starting over.
I know. It's like we're just starting show number 1, y'all. Well, I'm waiting for us. I see a live, but I want to switch the AlfromDtown podcast. There it is. I want to share it to my page. Evan, if you notice, you better get it up because we got a Christmas theme tonight.
Oh, no.
We're like a few days away from Christmas.
It just doesn't feel like it.
I know. But you know what? Just be happy. That's all you got to do. Yeah, even if you're not feeling it this year, man, just shed a little cheer. You know, smile at somebody, open a door for somebody. Do something nice.
Well, I've been trying. It's odd for me sometimes when Christmas falls right in the middle of a week. It seems like more of a weekend kind of thing. More event, so much going on. It's just when it's in the middle of the week, sometimes it just kind of turns into a blip that just kind of comes and goes. I don't know. I like it on the weekends more.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's one of those things like Thanksgiving that you just need to move it. Let's make it a floater.
I mean, because it's not his birthday anyway. I mean, so you're right. Let's go.
And Thanksgiving, I think, needs to be moved to Friday. Because not everybody gets that Friday off.
I know, but if you do, it's nice to have a 4-day weekend.
Yeah, but you know what? Fuck your 4-day weekend and let everybody get 3. Come on now.
Oh, I hear you.
Oh, are we live? Oh, Evan, it's Al from D-Town and Chili442 Show. And we are live. I just saw us. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. It is our Christmas show. We have nothing planned for this Christmas show.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Listen, but I do, on a serious note, real quick, I want to give a shout out to a dog that was one of the most important things in my life. And especially, it was the last thing my mom gave me before she passed away. And it was Jake. And if you know me and Evan and you've been around us for a while, Jake has been on shows before when we were on D-Town Radio. He'd come up and lay in Evan's lap and go to sleep. I mean, what a great dog, man. And unfortunately, he went over the Rainbow Bridge today. And, man, I'm going to miss that dog. He was one of a kind.
Yeah, he really was. He had personality. That dog really had personality.
So, yeah, Jake, I'm going to miss you, buddy, and cheers, and I'll see you. It won't be long. Shit, look, I'm knocking on 52. It won't be long, buddy. We'll be jumping in that bass boat in the sky and going and catching us some bass. That's one of the memories that shot in my head today was when I got that boat and I took him out. It was just me and him, and I got that thing up to, I think, 11 miles an hour. I was working on the motor, and all I could get was 11 out of it. So he laid there and was just sunning and everything, and it was like, oh, man. But what a great dog. And, you know, I've had dogs my whole life. I will have dogs my whole life. That one of the hardest things is losing a dog, but you can't just, you know, I know some people, they lose one dog, they're like, I ain't getting another dog. That was too hard.
Yeah.
But I've been through so many of them, and Jake gave, I think Jake gave me the best, you know, memories that I can remember with a dog.
That's cool.
I will tell you one story real quick. It's dead of winter, colder than hell. We got a bunch of snow. I think you were living across the street. And I took Jake. No, I don't think, I think we got enough snow to like shut everything down. And so I take Jake out in the woods, you know, on that bike path. And we go down, there's a creek down there called Stevens Creek. So we go down there. All of a sudden, man, this big old buck pops up. At first, Jake kind of startles, and I'm like, I don't have him on the leash. Because when I'd get Jake in the woods, I'd take him off the leash, and he'd just, you know, he'd kind of guide me into the woods and find a trail or whatever. Man, next thing I know, this dog is gone. Just takes off after this deer. And I'm like, oh, my God. I just lost my dog. He's never coming back. And next thing I see is this deer tried to, like, double around. So I kind of stood by a tree because, I mean, he had a rack on him and everything. I'm not going to try to tackle a deer. You know, I mean, I'm stupid. I'm not dumb. So anyway, all of a sudden this deer jumps this like dead tree, clears it. Jake didn't clear it and busted through this tree like the Incredible Hulk. It was like wood was flying at me in 3D. I yelled at the top of my lungs. I said, Jake, stop. And he froze, and that deer took off. But I was like, man, Jake was on that deer's ass.
That's cool.
Yeah, that deer owes me a thanks. I should be getting like a Christmas present or something. So, yeah.
You think he's guiding the sleigh?
Yeah. But, yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, rest in peace, Jake. My little buddy. Man, I'm going to miss that dog.
I bet. I will too.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to take that dog for a walk all the time.
Yeah.
And
Evan was not
Evan
was not really a dog person when I first met him.
No. And ever since, I mean, getting to know the pit bulls that you've had, it's like I want a pit bull, but I know we need a dog. But we've talked about it. We've really discussed it, and I don't think it's going to happen. But yeah, I was never a dog person before. And I didn't know much about pit bulls, but I knew enough to be highly afraid of them. And then, you know, it's funny, you do a 180 and fall in love with them.
Yeah, they're nothing to be afraid. I mean, unless you're doing some shady shit, then look out.
Right.
You know?
But if you don't grow up around dogs or don't know anything about dogs,
true.
What you hear in the public is pit bulls are these vicious dogs that do, you know, all these attacks, and really they get a bad rap. There's other dogs that attack also, and, you know, they can do some damage, you know. I mean, I'm not denying, but if they're raised right, there's a pretty good bet you're not going to have issues.
Yeah, you're right.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. Man, Colorado, I think, still has a pit bull ban. Boo! I will never go to Colorado. I don't even have a pit bull, but you can't ban a breed of dog because any breed of dog can be aggressive.
Yeah.
But anyway, it is the Christmas show. And, man, Evan, any plans for you this Christmas, or?
I think we're going to go to Decatur for
Uh-oh, D-Town in
Just
the house.
yeah, just for the day on Christmas Day. I think that's all I can pretty much manage. But yeah, I was gonna go. I got some other family gonna come into town, so nothing major, nothing major. Just a little road trip to Decatur for the day. See some family.
Yeah, nice. I am actually, we got to work tomorrow. Boo.
That sucks.
Yeah. But now if I have to get a hold of tech, they're closed. I think I should be closed too.
I agree.
I'm going to go in and say, hey, I'm going to have to start techs on all my cars. I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. You've only been here 5 minutes.
If you're a cool manager, or some positions I've been in, it's nice when like you're supposed to work all day, Christmas Eve. I've had some bosses like, you know what, I'm going to lunch and I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
And if I call in, I don't want anyone to answer the phone. In other words, after I leave, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
They actually close the schedule. So we're supposed to be off around anywhere between noon and 2 is what we were told.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it might go a little long, or something like that. And that's cool.
Any potlucks, or did you guys do that already?
No, we did that already. We did that last week. I got a little Christmas bonus, not bad, but I haven't even been there a year, so I didn't expect like $1,000 or anything like that. So anything I got, I was grateful for.
Nice.
But they hit your boy up with a couple pesos.
Very nice. You always appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Now look, it ain't nothing like the garbage route. I miss that garbage route, Evan.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Oh, has it been long enough where the IRS can't come back on me? No, it hasn't been. So I will not tell you the amount of tips I used to bring home. Just say it was over $100.
Oh, yeah, I know you used to make a couple G's in a good year.
Evan, why are you putting me on Front Street, man? What if Uncle Sam's listening?
No, they're not, but okay. They're not coming to get you. I mean, if they're coming to get you over something like that a couple years later, then I'll direct them to some real criminals or something.
Okay. Man. So, man, Christmas, man. This time of year, I always kind of miss my mom and grandma and some of the family traditions we used to do. Christmas actually started Thanksgiving for us. And we would have Thanksgiving, and then we'd get together, eat leftovers Friday, because none of us had school or anything. So whatever, if mom had to work, we stayed with grandma. And then Saturday morning, we got up and we would go tag our Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're young and you're like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? It's not spray painting it, tagging that way. You would go out, you would pick out what Christmas tree you wanted. And then in about a week or two, you would go back and you would pick up your Christmas tree. So, yeah. And then that day, we had a big Christmas tree party, food, everything like that. And I mean, we did something almost every weekend from Thanksgiving to Christmas.
Cool.
Yeah, that was probably, oh man, those are the Christmases I remember.
I remember tagging trees, but I also remember a couple years, my 442.
Oh yeah.
Now it's a highly desirable collectible and all that jazz.
Uh-huh.
But it's convertible, and growing up, a convertible was the closest thing we had to a pickup. So I remember going down to Elam's. You remember?
Oh yeah.
Elam's in the winter they closed in the drive-in eatery, and you go and they sold Christmas trees there.
They sure did. Well, they came from 4E's.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, we would we'd grab some stocking caps because there's going to be a cold ride home. But we'd pull in there, we'd drop the top down, we'd stuff a Christmas tree in the back seat of the Olds, and we drove home with the top down. And sometimes it was pretty freaking cold, and but that's how we go get a Christmas tree. Like I said, a convertible was the closest thing to a pickup that we ever had.
Right.
And we never had station wagons or anything like that.
No.
My parents weren't about it. It was convertibles or sedans,
I-
nothing but.
Yeah, I think the closest thing any of my stepdads, when I was young like that, had to a pickup truck was an El Camino.
Yeah, that's kind of hybrid. Yeah,
Yeah, you know
original hybrid.
Evan, if your Spanish is not very well, El Camino stands for the Camino.
It stands for, in Mexico, it's like Mr. Road. I believe that's what the Mexican translation is, Mr. Road.
Mr. Road, huh?
Yeah, and the Nova means no go. What a name for a car. The no go.
Well, Evan, I tell you what. We got a surprise for you. No, we don't. Because we already did that. But we do have a couple lists.
All right.
These are, and this ought to be right up our hill. 15 Christmas traditions from the 1980s that have completely disappeared. And number one is like a duh. But then I got a story to tell you after. Number one is watching holiday specials on VHS.
Well, yeah, nobody watches VHS, period, but
No.
yeah.
But I will tell you, within the last 5 years, I threw away some porn movies. Because I thought I was going to find a VHS.
Okay, regular TV, do they have, like every year they always had the Frosty the Snowman and all that stuff on TV? Is that it is a thing of the past, isn't it, completely?
Well, no, I think they brought those back this year. I think they brought the original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and
that was an annual event when we were young.
Yeah, and like the Peanuts Christmas, and I mean, that was something we all sat around and watched as a whole family.
Yeah.
And
what
then
else are you gonna do back then?
Yeah, and then you had the dumb country ones that your parents would make you sit through, like a Barbara Mandrell Christmas and shit like that.
Donnie and Marie Christmas.
I can't believe those guys split up. What a cute couple they were.
Yeah, no shit.
Christmas caroling door to door. I was just thinking about this today because it was like, I don't think I have had anybody ever. I'm 52 years old. I don't think anybody has ever caroled at a house I lived at.
Oh, we did. The church group when I was young, but
I've
that was
done
it.
caroling. I'm with you. I went with the church group too. I did some
But
caroling.
no neighborhood thing going around where the neighborhood organized and went around caroled and.
But has anybody ever knocked on your door and sang to you?
No, never.
Maybe you were on a list or something, Evan.
What, the naughty list?
Number 3, the Sears Wish Book. That was awesome.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, the toy catalog in the back of that sumbitch was the most amazing thing if you were a kid.
Oh, yeah, the remote control cars and all the shit you drool over.
Right.
Like, oh, someday.
Number 4, driving around to look at Christmas lights. Nah, I don't think that's gone away. I think a lot of people still do that, and you're actually seeing a lot more decorations. I think
it's weird. It kind of comes and goes.
It does.
This in our area, they have our little neighborhood. They have a little contest, I think, They went and judged it like Friday night. I don't know. I didn't hear the results. But yeah, it's one of those things that it kind of comes and goes a little bit, but it's not near what it used to be. Where I can remember it was like every house on the street, and now it's like one house on the street or two houses.
Yeah. Now there's some around here, man, that the whole neighborhood. I think next year, no matter where I'm living, either here or if the podcast takes off and I'm in my 72-room mansion, I'm going to decorate outside a little bit.
You know what? I think a lot of it is, I hate to say, a little bit of economy. I mean, these LED bulbs, they're not that thirsty. But if you use a lot of the old ones or you got a lot of stuff, if you do that you have that up over a couple months, you can add $1,000 to your power bill. Some of these crazy displays.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it adds up. And then it's like, do I want to spend the money? And man, for us, it's like we live on a dead end street. You come down our street and there's like, 3-4 cul-de-sacs off of it. There's 10 households that drive by our house.
Now, see,
10 households. That's it.
I've had a couple buddies that have did some huge Christmas displays, and instead of running their power bill up, they went and bought like a couple $800 generators.
Okay, fuel them up.
Yeah, fuel them up, and I mean, the fuel run you, a tank runs you for the night, so you're good. Mm-hmm. It's going to cost you fuel, but it's going to be cheaper than that electric bill. Well, it depends on if it's a diesel generator or what. Number 5, having a live...
Hold on, Mark said something about the large parks. Peoria has, or I guess they do usually do it every year. Yeah, they've got one of those big light displays. I don't think Decatur...
No, Decatur don't.
I don't remember ever in Decatur anywhere you would go drive through, but I remember in Mattoon or Charleston a couple years ago, they really did up there. Yeah, that's too bad.
Shelbyville has one, but yeah, Peoria does have one.
Yeah, nice display.
Yeah, I went last year.
That's right, you did.
Yep. Having a live tree delivered. Yeah, that... Who in the fuck's getting trees delivered? I don't even remember that.
I don't remember that. We don't do the live tree.
Taping Christmas TV commercials. I have never, ever taped a commercial in my life. Who's taping 80s commercials?
No.
The Coca-Cola Bears. Some of those were cool. But you got... Yeah, you got to think, though, this was before, like, everybody had a little computer in their hand, a little tracking device you carry around with you.
Mm-hmm.
The Advent calendar with candy. I don't know. Those are kind of coming back. You see those more and more. I saw a lot of those in stores this year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a huge thing, but it's still a thing.
I mean, I guess. Next on the list is, man, that's been on everyone, making popcorn garlands.
Yeah.
We know ain't nobody doing that.
We're too lazy.
That was on the last one, tinsel.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking eggnog with alcohol. Listen, if you give me eggnog without alcohol, I'm probably punching you in the throat. You know what I mean? Just a quick jab.
Man, those little, what are they, like pint carton boxes you get? It wasn't a full quart, I don't think. What are they? I'm trying to think what size they are at the store, but when I worked at, when I first started working,
like a quart or a pint.
It must be. They're not a quart size, but that stuff, I mean, man, I could have a couple ounces. It's just rich. I can't imagine drinking much more than a cup of that stuff. I'd get sick. This guy I worked with, he lived in Pana. Came into work one day just drinking a carton of that.
A fucking eggnog?
Drinking of that. And he's like, oh, it was full when I left the house. I'm like, you're going to drink. I don't know how a person could do that. That's just, that stuff is so rich and just... I can't imagine how many millions of calories was in that
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, oh my God. I was really impressed. This dude was something different.
I will tell you, eggnog with a little bit of liquor in it is a lot better.
Yeah.
Evan,
But I still don't need much of it.
yeah,
That's
Evan
for sure.
William makes a pre-mixed eggnog that's not bad. That's not bad. Number 11 on the list of 15 Christmas traditions from the 80s that have disappeared: opening presents on Christmas Eve. Well, bullshit. Man, I know people that are doing their Christmas tonight.
Yeah, just whatever works out with family coming in or different things or
Yeah.
whatever, or I don't know. Just, yeah, Christmas Eve, it's quite common. Well, because we usually get up, we'd have church on Sunday morning or whatever, Christmas morning, and I don't know. We'd do it night before.
Yeah, I mean, look, we would get like, and here's what would piss us off. We'd go to her grandma's, and she'd always give us like a sweater, and then wait and give us our toy. And it was like, Grandma, you want some bullshit. Hey, let me invite my friends to come over and play with my fucking sweater.
No kidding. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, as a kid, you never want clothes. You don't care about that. Your mom's gonna buy you clothes anyway if you need it. You want the goods.
Number 12, holiday house parties with games. Now, look, I know some big families that still get down like that.
We used to. We're trying to hang on to it, but so much has gone on in our family the last couple of years but we kind of get together more on New Year's because we have other like family dinners like on Christmas. So we get together on New Year's and we play games and New Year's Eve.
This one should never come back. Giving fruitcakes as gifts.
They disappeared.
Yeah, and look, there are some good fruitcakes. I've actually had a delicious fruitcake, but it wasn't like the shit you usually get.
That's been passed around for like a couple years.
Yeah, that's so dense, and it's not. It's not supposed to be dense like that. Writing letters to Santa and mailing them. That's a damn lie, because I write Santa Claus every day, and I bitch about the shit I didn't get when I was a kid. Hey, I'm still waiting on that G.I. motherfucking Joe battle. What was it? The big destroyer where you could land the planes and shit. Aircraft carrier. I wanted that shit bad, Evan. And I didn't get it. So, man, I mean, if I meet the real Santa Claus, it's on site.
Oh, we're down.
Yeah, no. He's had almost 40-something years to make that shit right. I tell you what, if he puts a new Volkswagen Jetta Sport GLI in the driveway Christmas Day, I'll forgive him.
Well, I don't think you're going to run into the real Santa. Probably a drunken mauled duplicate is your best bet you're going to get.
Yeah. Number 15 on the list of 15 traditions from the 80s that are disappearing. And this one I never did. Maybe if I brought something home from school, they'd hang it on the back of the tree. But it says making DIY ornaments.
Yeah, only kids do that.
Yeah, your mom might have hung that shit on the back, and then when you weren't around, she took it off and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my stuff it occupied the back of the tree. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Evan, I got a couple Christmas trivia questions for you. We're gonna see how you do. In which country do people hide their brooms on Christmas Eve to ward off evil spirits?
Or brooms. Never heard of that one.
I'm going to give you a hint. It is in Europe, Evan.
Hmm. So you're asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. That's what it means with trivia, Evan.
Okay, hold on. You want to know country people do this?
In which country do people
Oh,
hide their brooms on
sorry.
Christmas Eve to ward off evil spirits?
Oh, I'm going to take some crazy stab. I'm going to say something like Poland.
Oh, Evan, you weren't far
What
off.
is it? Germany? What?
No, it's Norway.
Really? Norway? Huh.
Evan,
Okay. Yeah.
if you paid attention a couple weeks ago when I did this story, you will know this. Which Asian country recognizes Christmas as a secular holiday but celebrates it with KFC?
Japan.
Evan, you are right.
Yeah, that's the truth. That is the truth. At KFC Day.
What do Australians traditionally eat during Christmas dinner? Evan, a hint, it is not kangaroo.
Shrimp.
Oh my God, you're absolutely right. It said seafood, especially prawns. Evan,
That's a good lucky guess.
you on fire. Which country celebrates the Giant Lantern Festival every December? Evan, this is going to be an Asian or around there because I don't want to piss nobody off. So it's on that side of the globe. It's not Japan, is your hint.
South Korea.
Oh, close, Evan. The Philippines.
Really?
Yes.
Lantern Festival. Okay.
What's the... I can't do that to you, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Evan, what's the name of Santa Claus in the Netherlands? Answer, Sinterklaas.
Sinterklaas.
Yeah. Evan, which
Never
two
heard.
reindeers' names start with the letter D? 5 seconds.
On Donner and
Dasher and Dancer.
Dasher.
Who was a
Dasher and what?
Who was a Grinch's dancer?
I have no idea.
Evan, do you know the 12 reindeer?
I did years ago. It's just not having kids, the things that just leave you, you know?
Who is a Grinch's faithful dog and How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Evan?
I'm trying to think if I
For
ever saw The Grinch Stole Christmas.
$1 billion.
I've never seen it. That's sad.
His name was Max. What 1989 film features the Griswolds family chaotic Christmas?
Christmas Vacation.
That is true. One of the great movies. Dude.
That's a given Christmas movie, yeah. One of the top 5.
We have to talk about Christmas movies coming up. Some of these you are. What song originally sung in German as "Still Not" became worldwide Christmas carol?
What is that?
I said it like a German. Don't they yell that shit? Still not.
I guess so. You got me.
Silent Night.
Oh, was that what that was?
Yeah, but it was here. I'll spell it for you. And this is in German. You got to say this in German, Evan. Do you got a pen? Write this down. Stille. That's the first word. Style. Nacht is the second word. Not.
Yeah, makes sense.
Still not. Silent Night. Still deny. Oh my God. Who wrote A Christmas Carol, Evan?
I can't remember this stuff.
Oh my God, Charles Dickens.
That's right. I need a total Christmas refresher.
I know, and this is why we're here. In the poem, The Night Before Christmas, Evan, what are children dreaming of?
White Christmas.
Sugar plums.
Sugar
As
plums.
visions of sugar plums danced in their head.
That's right.
What holiday legend says that naughty children will receive coal instead of presents? That would be the naughty list, Evan. You don't want to get put on the naughty list, homie.
I thought you were asking me. I'm sorry. You lost me on that one. I thought you were asking me something else. Okay.
Ooh,
Sorry.
Which Christmas decoration was originally made from silver?
What Christmas ornaments?
Oh, you're close, Evan. One more. It's on the tree. It used to be.
Star?
No, tinsel.
Tinsel. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, tinsel was actually made from real silver.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I already gave you that one. But in case you did not hear last week's show, how many gifts are given in a total in the song The 12 Days of Christmas?
Oh, you said, I can't remember what it is, 700 something?
No, it's 364.
364.
Yeah,
I'll remember next time.
Yeah.
That's if you add up all the gifts in that song. Gotcha.
So there you go. That was some. We just did one like that. That would. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I think we did that a couple days ago. Homemade candy. Yeah, we did do that. No, this one, no. Hiding a pickle in a Christmas tree as a tradition. Who
Why?
the fuck? People can't seem to agree where the mysterious Christmas pickle tradition originates. The practice is simple. The first person who finds the pickle ornament in the tree gets to open the first gift, or may get an extra one.
Never heard of this one.
Although the custom was thought to be from Germany, polling in that country found that 91% of Germans have no idea what it is. Well, hey, guess what? You can stop thinking it's from fucking Germany. Oh my God.
Never heard of.
Another theory stems that it came from the Civil War.
No clue.
Well, there you go. Well, Evan, I tell you what, that's going to do it for our list tonight, I think. Yeah, I don't want to really do this one. So, we do got a little bit of stupid news, though. And I know...
What did I see in the news the other day that just... Oh, I meant to look it up.
Shit. I don't know. But in Texas, Evan...
Go ahead.
Police seize over $34,000 worth of what from a semi-truck? Evan, this is a green vegetable that people use on salad. They use it for a lot of things. Evan, for $1. What was stolen? 34,000 of them stolen from a semi-truck in Texas.
Put it on a salad.
You can put them on a salad. You can do a lot of things with them. You can spread it on toast. Oh, I gave it to you right there.
It's green and you spread it on toast. That's all I know.
Oh, well, there you go. You're gonna kick yourself, Evan.
What?
Avocados.
Yeah. Oh, I don't eat those things. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you don't like guacamole?
Yeah, I mean, it's just something not on my radar. If it's there, I'll eat it, but it's not something I ever think about. And to ever spread it on toast, man. You threw me on that one.
She turned in her Star Trek license plates, but the tickets keep coming. Uh-oh. This one is coming from Long Island. And she had the letters and digits NCC1701, which, if you know, if you're a Star Trek fan, that is what is on the big round disc. That's what it said. So she got a $50 ticket for speeding in the Bronx, even though she had stopped driving in June. Then another ticket arrived, Evan. Apparently, people are making fake license plates and using that number.
Oh, no.
So, yeah. She returned the personal license plates that she no longer wanted to pay for and which had been purchased in 1998 by her former husband, a Trekkie. So, they ain't even together. And that dude's still fucking with her.
That all these years and all of a sudden she's getting tickets and stuff on that plate.
Oh, that's funny as hell. I mean, it is. It's funny. The Dutch discover a 500-year-old shoe.
A 500-year-old shoe?
Yeah.
Is that something really that remarkable?
I don't know why these people make this. So what? You know what? In 500 years, somebody's going to find my Bic lighter.
No doubt. Yeah, 500 years, that's really not that big of a deal.
No.
We got artifacts from thousands and thousands of years.
A Bulgarian beach bar discovered using ancient Roman sarcophagus as a table. Oh my God, this thing, they bought it at an auction. And it ended up being this thing that is like from ancient Rome. And they were using it for a table at a bar.
Nice.
Awesome. Congratulations, too. Because they're
cool find.
Yeah, very cool find. I ain't mad at that. In China, people are hiring climbing buddies.
Or what?
Climbing buddies.
Climbing buddies.
Yeah, when you want to, well, hold on. Because it's, here, the more attractive they are, the higher the price. Well, yeah. It's on the Great Wall of China, Evan. So you can take a buddy with you to carry your shit, maybe.
Or just somebody to walk the wall with you.
Yeah.
It's a climb in some areas. It's not just it's steep.
Oh yeah, dude, I have no need to see it. I can see it on Google Land or whatever, but yeah, I don't need. Now I'm too old to be climbing stairs and shit.
Yeah, I'll never schedule a trip to go back and see it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I
just
mean,
happened to be there, as part of the trip. And other than that, I'm like, okay, we got to see one part of it. Like I said, it goes thousands of miles supposedly.
I tell you what, Evan, let's go ahead. I think we're going to call that news. There's not a whole lot going on. We don't want to get into anything, too dark or
I ran across one. I didn't read the whole article, but skimmed across it. But did you see the Google Street View Google car went through this town, hadn't been through since 2005. But anyway, they caught a picture of this dude putting a body in the back of a trunk.
Oh, shit.
And that's how this dude got. They had no clue, but that's
how he got caught, huh?
Mm-hmm. I was like, man, what are the chances that Google car just happens to go by while you're loading a wrapped up body in a trunk? Pretty cool.
Jesus. All right. I tell you what, let's go to our buddy Dave Moreland at bozocriminal.com. It says, when you find a place with one of those sleep number beds, you just keep coming back, Evan. Bozo Criminal for today comes from Caseville, Michigan, where the cops responded to a breaking and entering at a vacation residence. Upon arrival, they found our bozo sound asleep in the master bedroom. Further investigation revealed there had been a report of a break-in a couple days before. After being questioned, our bozo admitted he was indeed the repeat offender, admitting that he had broken in for a snooze at least 3 times in the past month.
Jeez.
While we realize everybody needs a good night's sleep, you're still busted, charged with 3 counts of breaking and entering.
3 times.
You know what? Number one, I know we don't have any, bad people on our watching our shows, but number one, if you do bad stuff, never admit that to the cops.
No.
I'm just saying.
Don't admit anything to the cops.
No. And this one, thanks to Bozo. I lost it. Hold on. Thanks to Bozo. There it is. Cops were executing a search warrant at a residence when our 2 bozos made a quick exit, going out a window and up to the roof. Jesus Christ. Bozo number 1 leapt from the roof to the parking lot, while bozo number 2, obviously full of the holiday spirit, decided to go down the chimney.
Really? Get stuck?
Unfortunately, this isn't easy as Santa makes it to look. Our 109-pound bozo quickly found himself stuck. Officers made sure he could breathe while the Fall River Fire Department was called to help with his extraction. After enough bricks were chipped away to free him, he was taken to hospital, and then where did he go, Evan?
Directly to jail.
He did. Not only that, he had a bunch of drugs on him, Class A drugs and Class B.
Did you say he was 109 pounds?
109 pounds, Evan.
Man, I think he had a good chance of getting down the chimney.
He did. He did.
I mean, really, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, we're going to call it a show. It's getting, it's Christmas. A lot of people got shit to do. We don't want to make this too long of a show. But I do want to apologize for last week not doing a show. I actually had a little touch of pneumonia. And, I'm still actually, I used my inhaler before the show. I still get some coughing fits and everything, but I'm doing a lot better than I was last week. And plus, me and Evan are getting old.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
bounce back from that shit like we used to. That pneumonia kicked my ass.
Yeah, I've had it before. It's not fun.
That was my first time having it. But Evan, why don't you tell these people a heartfelt goodbye?
All right. Well, everyone, I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. Yeah, 2 days away, big day. And I hope you join us back here next Monday. And that's it. Be good to one another.
There you go. Like Evan said, man, you guys be very good to one another. You know, a little kindness goes a long way. And we never know what kind of battles people are facing. So, you know, do what you can. Just a little gesture of kindness can cause a ripple effect. And, man, it'd be great, you know, to make somebody's day. But we love you. Be sure to join us next week. It'll be our last show of 2024. We will go back and maybe think of some of the crazy shit we did on some of our last shows, or some of the shit we've talked about, or just kind of looking back on, you know, the last couple years that me and Evan have done this podcast and this little show. And, man, we enjoy it. You know, we don't make any money off of it. You know, I've spent more money than I will ever make on it, but it's fun. We like doing it. And we get people coming in, so we're going to keep doing it. So we hope you guys enjoyed. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. I hope you have, man, get everything you want, need, that time with your family. You know, when you're my age, you don't give a shit about gifts and stuff like that. It's just seeing people happy, and I hope you guys are happy. Merry Christmas from that dude over there, Chili442, and myself, AlfromDtown. We love you. Peace. Be good to one another. We'll catch you next week for the last show of 2024. Peace.
Later.